Now this is a big season for Wolves. We finished in 4th last season, and we're in the Champions League for the first time ever. Now the owner has promised us one world-class signing before the summer is over. We'll find out who later this episode. But we have work to do if we want to make sure we can challenge in Europe. Right now, the team is rated 80 overall. That puts us in the top 20 teams in the world, which is great. But we want to get up there in the top 10 or 15 and become a European powerhouse. But to get there, we need more money. So our Japanese owner gets us a sponsorship deal with Rakuten. So now we have 167 million to spend. So it's time to make some new signings. But a quick reminder, we don't select the players we sign in this career. The club owners are responsible for that. But right away, we hit the market and we grab ourselves a new goalkeeper. Brazilian Neto seems like the perfect option to be a backup to Jose Sa. And next up, Portuguese free agent Florentino comes to give us depth in midfield, 2 great new signings, and the squad is looking really solid already. This is the best Wolves team to ever have existed. And with our first game against Manchester United, it's time to get out there and prove ourselves this season. Can we finish in the top 4 again? Can we challenge for silverware? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, we have built up this team and we are ready for whatever challenges get thrown at us this season. However, Manchester United have something to say about that, scoring the only goal of the game. It's not exactly the ideal start to the season, is it? Well, we're gonna keep our heads held high. But we might have bigger things to worry about than the loss. Ruben Neves has had his release clause triggered by Inter Milan, and fortunately the talks break down and he does decide to stay. So for now, we keep our captain, but be warned, if another offer comes in, he could be on his way out. And he does come to us and say he's relieved the transfer didn't go through and he wants to stay at Wolves, but the kind of rating and potential this guy has, we have to make sure we can convince him to stay by continuing to get good results this season. So we get back to action. Neves is still our captain for the time being, and it's honestly a fairly comfortable game. We have a very, very strong team, and we love to see this. The captain, Ruben Neves, steps up with a nice little chip down the middle off a penalty to secure the win. Despite a red card, Wolves go on to pick up 3 points. Can we put all that behind us now and continue to go on winning? Well, the very next game, Manchester City, penalty from the big man, Erling Haaland, the only goal of this game as well. We are seen out to our 2nd defeat in just 3 games, not the ideal start. Well, on the bright side, it is transfer deadline day, and we are still due our new world-class signing as promised by the board. And their number 1 target for us is Matheus Cunha, who is really, really solid, a player I would love to have. However, he's got a huge release clause of 125 million. The board is not willing to pay that. We gotta go to plan B. Instead, it is Gianluca Scamacca of Dortmund. They've been developing him to be the next Haaland over the last 2 seasons, and he's up to 84 overall. So for a record-breaking 67.5 million, we've got our guy. But we've got a little bit of a problem. A new striker is not what we needed. We've already got 5 in the team. We've been using Andrich and Pedro Neto up top, but Guedes and Fabio Silva and even Kalajic have all played big roles in this team. And with Scamacca now wanting to start, we have way too many players. I have to make the hard decision. Kalajic is sold and Fabio Silva might get loaned out. And that should leave us with 4 quality strikers for 2 positions. But the toughest call we have to make here is to bench Filip Andrich. He's been one of our star players, but there's no questioning that on paper Scamacca is the better player. He'll get his chances, Andrich, but he's gonna have to be patient and show what he's got as a substitute. We got Arsenal up next, and Scamacca is gonna have to prove himself right away. Not a player we necessarily needed or even wanted, but we gotta make do with what we have. We are in a coaching position here, not in the business of signing players. Right off the bat here, it is lovely from Richard Lee Bazoer, our single star player last season, doing so well on the defensive side of the game, as well as offensive, being our goal-scoring center back, as those of you who have been watching know. And now the captain, Ruben Neves, for Scamacca, top of the box, it's ambitious. But you love to see the confidence from our new striker. It's Arsenal's turn now as Vieira curls one, and Jose Sa does so well. This guy is one of the unsung heroes of our team. I can't tell you how many saves he makes. I don't even put all them in the highlight reels here, but I can assure you, he has bailed us out time and time again these last 3 seasons. Ball over the top now, it's Bazoer! Woo! Just talking about our goal-scoring center back from last season, and although he is yet to score, he's still a threat this time around. Arsenal, though, giving it their all. Vieira, another save from Jose Sa. Beautiful stuff from the keeper to keep us in this game. It's been thrilling. 0-0, and Arsenal now on the breakaway. It's Pepe. Gonna try to pull McKennie back here, but no one else closing down. This could be a problem. No! No pace in that back line to keep up. Maybe should have just gone for it with McKennie, but it is what it is, and we are now a goal down. Scamacca struggling a bit to settle in here just before halftime. Couldn't connect with that pass. Nunez now lays it off. Neves, the captain, shot saved. Still yet to find a goal of our own, and unfortunately for us, it doesn't look super flowy on offense just yet. McKennie with the closest chance. That was pretty beautifully worked. Pedro Neto now looking for Scamacca. We just cannot seem to find our new striker yet, but it's only been a game. He does come off as a substitute, though. Just hasn't quite fit in yet, and we're going to throw Andrich up top. Let's see what he can do for the rest of the game here alongside Guedes, switching both of the striking partnership up top. And Arsenal bury the hatchet. My God, what a strike. Patrick Schick, take a bow. That is absolutely unstoppable from their striker. And we end up losing the game. Not the brightest debut from Scamacca. Let's give him some time before we start to freak out, though. And now, up next, we have the Champions League. It is here, and Wolves are in it. I still can't believe we finished in 4th last season. Take a look at our group. PSG is going to be a very difficult side, but Celtic and LASK, not bad at all. Honestly, I think we really should be strong favorites to go through to the next round. And Connor Cody, who has been a captain at Wolves in the past, saying he thinks he deserves a start. And he's been the missing piece. We've lost a lot of games this season. He hasn't been starting. Ayer's been starting over him, but he was the one last season that really held that back line together. I'm going to put him back into the lineup, and the rest is probably going to remain unchanged. I think we need to keep things consistent as we try to find form, but Scamacca's taking a beating here in the pre-match press conference. People didn't like what they saw last game, I guess. Like I said, it's been one game, 65 minutes. We're going to back our striker. No need to get upset just yet. I think he just needs a little bit of time. We will see the best of him. Like I said, he is a world-class player. And up next, it is PSG. Let's get to it. This is going to be a hell of a game to kick off our Champions League debut here. One of the more difficult sides in the entire competition. But hey, you might as well get that out of the way in our first game here. And I think we can go toe-to-toe with pretty much any team in the world. The quality in this side. Scamacca given the chance 2 minutes into the game, and it is saved. Still disappointing from the new striker, but he's still giving it his all, and we just got to applaud him for that. Although it is disappointing, he's trying. Neto now plays it through. Bazoer, our box-to-box center back, causing waves here and puts the ball in. Scamacca can't quite get the header. And again, slightly disappointing from this striker. PSG, chance of their own. Back heel, Mbappe. Ugh. Opening goal of the game goes to PSG. We find ourselves very disappointed after 2 very good opportunities. Still no goal for us, and now a goal behind at that. Mbappe given another chance here. Connor Cody closing down, and he can't quite keep up with the pace. Soler, Leao, second goal just before halftime. It is not looking good at all here for Wolves. In the blink of an eye, we are down 2-0. Hopefully this doesn't get even worse. Nori now given the opportunity and making a run ahead of him. It is Scamacca making the beautiful run, and the play falls apart with that finish. I think he's gotten a little unlucky with the other 2 chances, but that is just a choke. Perfect ball over the top. Scamacca is having a nightmare out there so far. Not settled in at all. And that third goal comes from Lionel Messi. It's probably game over at this point, but let's not get ourselves down just yet. There's still a lot of game left to play. Can we fight to get something out of this? Bazoer plays through Scamacca. Another chance. Can he score? No. 4 chances. Nothing comes out of any of them. And I gotta say, it's starting to get a little frustrating here from the striker, Neves. Can he do something about this? And he does, the captain. What a strike. Beautiful curler. And it just could give us a lifeline back into this game. Can we hang on and continue to try to score goals? Neto now pushed out on the wing, trying to play a ball up front. Lovely footwork. Neto's link-up play up top has been impeccable. Scamacca given the chance, one-on-one, off the post. Oh my God. A bit of bad luck, a bit of lack of composure maybe, but it has been really poor. And We suffer the consequences. PSG find a fourth and then a fifth. Neymar, my God. What a bunch of goals from PSG. Completely outplayed on the night. And although it is frustrating up top to not have scored more goals, our defense has to be to blame for that one. 5-1. Maybe a bit of unrest in the squad. Neto is wondering why he hasn't been playing more, but again, he wasn't really our signing. Good depth for sure, but Jose Sa's been one of our best players, and I didn't expect Neto to come in and really be playing any games just yet. Maybe some cup competitions, but definitely something to watch out for. Hopefully there won't be too much unrest in the squad. But up next, it is Spurs, and my God, we need a win. It's been awful recently, and maybe something's got to change. Neto's been great. He's been tired, though, and Guedes is going to start up top. Outside of that, I think we just need the consistency. Cody will still start. Let's try and get a win. I mean, for a team that finished fourth last season, it's been an incredibly disappointing run of results. I think it's 5 losses from 6 games or something along those lines. We'll check after this, but really, really poor, and we haven't really looked like converting too many chances up top, which I think is the biggest problem. Scamacca, good chance early in the game. That's a little more speculative than anything, but he's creating chances. I mean, I know it's a pretty low bar for to say that about a striker, but I think the goals will come for him eventually. We just have to be patient. Neves, well, that's very unlike him as well. It seems like no one in the squad at the moment can find the back of the net, but we're going to keep trying. We know what the team's capable of. It's just a bad run of form, but we have our suit. That could be bad. That did not look good at all. Connor Cody going through the back of Kane and shown a red card. Oh my God, that's the last thing we needed right now. Cody was just given our trust and put back into the lineup and makes a mess of it there. That was a really poor challenge. We're going to be on the back foot, a man down for the entirety of the rest of this game. And they're going to be a threat. Kane played behind again. Konza can't get there. Oh no, that could be a second red. Horrible, horrible stuff from Wolves to start this game. And as Harry Kane stays down, we do receive our card. It's a yellow though. Disappointing play, but hey, he stays on the pitch. Honestly, looked like he got the ball to me, but not too much complaining. We've been really poor so far. Scamacca dropping deeper, looks to link up play, and it's offsides. Can't catch a break at the moment. Scamacca has not fit in at all. He just desperately needs some kind of something to get him going. I don't know exactly what, but an assist, a goal, even just a good look. But we're on the back foot. Jose Sa bails us out again, and that's why he's starting over Neto. I know Neto won't be too happy about his limited game time, but we cannot afford to let who we think is a subpar keeper onto the pitch at the moment, especially when we're suffering so bad. Sa bails us out time and time again in this game, and we play out from the back. Can we create something? Wolves have been really, really poor. Honestly, it's just been a bit of a nightmare trying to link up play. Scamacca dropping deeper, but we need him in the box. We need to try to find goals. So far, they're just not coming. Game still level, though, and Sa bails us out again. World-class save from the goalkeeper. And as we creep up towards halftime, Scamacca plays through Nori. Can we create a chance before the whistle? Cuts inside on his right, ball into the box. Guedes can't get there. And again, Wolves have trouble scoring. We go into the second half, still level, but we are still a man down. And then Son, little pass through for Kane. It is a beauty. Tottenham find the breakthrough. And the way the game's going, you gotta say, that could just spell game over for us. But we're not gonna give up. If there's one thing this team has shown since day one, it is that we have a never die attitude. And it's bailed us out at times. Hopefully it can again here. Castagna now given space to run into. Scamacca making the run into the box. And thankfully, finally finishes a chance. It's been 15 or 20 shots he's had. No goals yet, but he opens his scoring for the season. Hopefully the first of many. That is exactly how we need to utilize this big guy. We said earlier he could develop to be the next Haaland, but he's got a long way to go to reach those levels. And I think he could take a page out of Harry Kane's book. Unbelievable assist to set up Son. Take a look at that again. That's what we're missing. Absolutely beautiful. Fair play to Tottenham on that one. 2-1 and another defeat for this team. We got some hard realities to swallow right now. 3 losses in our last 3 games. And if we look back to last month, 3 losses in those 4. So honestly, 6 losses out of 7. It's probably grounds to get us terminated if this keeps up. The pressure is starting to build. I think it's clear the real problem in this team is a lack of goals. We just cannot score frequently enough. No one has found their form. and we need someone to do so ASAP. So it's gonna be on the line here, and I'll be back next episode. Hopefully you stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.